Yesterday for me, we got the best Batman trailer yet, titled The Bat and the Cat. This trailer came out of nowhere. I think it was like the link was shared. I think somebody shared it when they weren't supposed to, and then people saw it, and then it ended up on Twitter. But Warner Brothers never officially released the trailer. It was trending, and then they finally did it. And the trailer for me was fantastic. It was so cool, and it just got me pumped for this movie, which is coming in March. I wasn't expecting another trailer so soon, but also this trailer for me is great, but it's also bad because it showed so much of the story beats, and it showed that maybe the Waynes are behind something. Bruce's parents, maybe they were involved in some shady business. Got some more of the Penguin, Riddler. He knows who Bruce Wayne is. Stuff like that maybe should have been kept until the movie. But then again, in a world where marketing now is so key for these movies to reach general audiences, they're going to show absolutely everything. But I want to go through a number of articles today that talk about the Batman trailer. Yesterday I couldn't do a full breakdown. I'll probably be doing one now, but just give my overall thoughts and then some of these articles. Okay, this one comes from Collider. The Batman trailer breakdown. 20 new images reveal a gruesome rogue gallery. With Matt Reeves, the Batman, now just around the corner as 2022 comes into view, longtime Batman fans have been eager to catch a glimpse of the director's take on the Caped Crusader, as well as some of the most iconic faces from the hero's rogues gallery. And the film's newest trailer, titled The Bat and the Cat, has not let us down, giving us peeks at everything from Catwoman and the Bat Signal to an unsettling Riddler and his streak of near unsolvable puzzles. Reeves' visual style is much more Dark Knight Rises than The Suicide Squad, with orange and red tones that give off a gothic feel for this version of Gotham's midnight hero, jumping from a rooftop, driving the Batmobile, or as in the norm for superhero films, standing shirtless in a dark room and brooding. Star Robert Pattinson embodies a familiar but all-new kind of Bruce Wayne, sporting the kind of eye black that gives the impression he's a fan of Robert Smith. But Pattinson's Wayne isn't afraid to get his hands dirty. Based on a handful of action shots, and for good reason, the Caped Crusader has his hands full with a number of nasty-looking baddies. Versions of classic comic villains transformed from their campy pulp origins into something much more gruesome. Colin Farrell is unrecognisable as the Penguin, caught in what looks like a car chase with Batman. And Paul Dano's Riddler leans less towards circus act and more towards serial killer with an army green getup covering most of his face and a body. An unsettling visual, considering the weapon he carries and the way his Coke bottle glasses are balanced over his gimp mask. Zoe Kravitz, Selena Kyle, better known as Catwoman, is perhaps the latest unpleasant of the bunch, present throughout the trailer and hinting at a team-up between the fierce cat burglar and Wayne himself. With a stylish pixie cut that fits well under her cat mask, she also sports pointed nails, impeccable cat eyeliner, and an attitude to match. And what else will we expect from the Dark Knight's on-again, off-again partner? Wayne is accused throughout the new trailer of doing nothing for Gotham, which couldn't be farther from the truth. Reeves' version of Batman is throwing everything but the kitchen sink at his enemies. And honestly, maybe that too. Pulling none of his punches as he chases clues set up by the Riddler, clues that implicate him into something important. If his conversations with loyal butler Alfred, Andy Serkis, are any indication. But will the impressive martial arts skills Bruce shows off in the trailer be enough to bring down a handful of villainous rogues to justice? We can only hope. That's a pretty good description of the trailer right there, and it looks like the trailer definitely showed that the Wayne family is tied up into something that the Batman, Bruce Wayne, didn't know about, and maybe even Alfred knows about it. This next article comes from thedirect.com. Robert Pattinson is shirtless in the new Batman trailer. The Batman is set to introduce a new take on the vigilante from Gotham, who will be portrayed by Robert Pattinson. The upcoming DCEU flick is directed by Matt Reeves, and it will mark the DCU debut of Pattinson. It's not really the DCU, it's kind of like the Joker movie. Is kind of like a DC Black Label movie. It stands on its own, but then again, who knows what Warner Brothers are up to. Alongside the veteran actor, the film will also feature a stellar ensemble such as Colin Farrell as the Penguin, Paul Dano as the Riddler, and Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman. Plot details are still being kept under wraps, but the movie's first batch of trailers and promotional materials give fans a preview of what to expect. It has been confirmed that the Riddler will serve as the film's main villain, while the Penguin and Catwoman are also expected to spell some trouble for the Dark Knight. One of the intriguing plot points that has been teased in marketing is the dynamic between Bruce and Selena. It is unknown if Selena will be on the side of Batman in the movie, but it seems that she will be getting herself involved with many of Gotham City's factions. Now, as 2021 winds down, a special trailer for the Batman has dropped that places the focus on Batman, Bruce, and Selena, Catwoman. A fresh look at Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle. Warner Bros. Officially released a brand new trailer for the Batman, showcasing a special look at Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne and Zoe Kravitz's Selena Kyle, alongside fresh footage from the upcoming DCU movie. The 2-minute footage features intense Batmobile action, a sneak peek at the Riddler's evil scheme, and an intriguing standoff between Bruce and Selena. A new look at Andy Serkis' Alfred Pennyworth was also unveiled. The trailer also shows a shirtless Bruce Wayne, presumably during his training inside the Batcave. The Batman's mysterious narrative. The latest trailer for the Batman, packed with thrilling action, a hint about its story, and more Gotham-filled mysteries. Also, an extended look at the Batmobile chase featuring the Penguin has been revealed, while Bruce's status in Gotham was also teased. Given that much of the focus of the trailer is centered around Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle, it's safe to assume that a good chunk of the Batman will revolve around the two frenemies. This is an interesting development, especially considering the DC Comics history of Batman and Catwoman. It's unknown if Bruce and Selena will have had a shared past in Gotham, but there's a good chance that this tidbit will be explored early on. It's possible that the Batman would serve as the pair's origin story for their relationship, thus allowing the studio to uncover more about them in potential sequels down the line. It's also worth pointing out that this isn't the first time that the Batman's marketing focused on the Bat and the Cat. Empire recently unveiled stunning magazine covers featuring Pattinson and Kravitz in costume, while promotional art for the movie has showcased the Gotham vigilantes. Meanwhile, the trailer release is a surprising one, and this could hint that marketing for the Batman could kick into high gear as everyone welcomes 2022. And that's an interesting thing to note. Like, it's a Batman movie, but we've seen a lot about Zoe Kravitz in promotional images, in interviews, in the cover pictures for magazines. That's pretty interesting, something that we haven't really seen before because they're titled Batman movies. And now to have Catwoman in this one, which looks like such a big role. It looks like she's involved with the crime families, also with Batman, love interest as well. She's going to have a huge role in this movie, and she looks absolutely fantastic. This next article comes from Screen Rant. Riddler blows up Gotham as Bruce and Catwoman team up in the Batman trailer. A new trailer for the Batman shows more of Catwoman and Bruce Wayne fighting and reveals more of Riddler's plan, including his effort to blow up Gotham City. Robert Pattinson is set to take on the role of Bruce Wayne in the 2022 film directed by Matt Reeves. He will be joined by Zoe Kravitz, Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner, Jim Gordon, Colin Farrell as Penguin, and Paul Dano as the Riddler. The Batman will follow Bruce Wayne's early years fighting crime in Gotham and take place outside of the main continuity of the DCU, but little else is known about the film beyond that. Last year, the Batman's first trailer was revealed at DC Fandom, and since then it has faced several delays, eventually being pushed into 2022 as production wrapped up filming earlier this year. Warner Bros. Is clearly banking on the Caped Crusaders' grand return. The studio currently has two The Batman spin-offs planned for HBO Max, with one focused on Gotham Police Department and the other on Colin Farrell's Penguin origins. Now Warner Bros. Has debuted the third trailer for the Batman, featuring a ton of new footage from Catwoman and Bruce Wayne facing off and teaming up to Riddler's full plan for Gotham. Much is revealed about the upcoming movie. Much of Riddler's plan in The Batman has remained a mystery until now. While his motivations and their connections to Bruce Wayne's family is still unknown, his overarching goal has been made more clear. Riddler wants to destroy Gotham, And if the trailer is any indication, he has a devoted army of look-alike followers to help him do it. There are also plenty of shots of Catwoman and Batman fighting these henchmen, which highlights another major component of the trailer. The relationship between Bruce Wayne and Catwoman is one of the most iconic of all time, and with Kravitz taking on the role, the dynamic between her and Pattinson will be one to keep an eye on. Of course, it won't be all love. There are a few shots in the trailer of the pair fighting. Still, it's clear that some point in the Batman film, Catwoman and Bruce Wayne will have formed an alliance of sorts. Whether or not it sticks remains to be seen, but the cat and mouse relationship between the pair will surely be highlighted in the upcoming movie. So, look, fantastic trailer. It did show a lot. Riddler wants to blow up Gotham City. You can see him placing I think it's explosives around the harbor, which will flood Gotham City. That was given away. The Wayne family, the relationship between Catwoman and Batman. There's a lot of things given away in this trailer. And if you're someone who's close to movies and the DCU and Batman, you'll want to watch everything. But now going into the movie, you know a lot. Now, I don't mind seeing a lot. I watched every single trailer for Joker, TV spot, anything I could see, I watched it. The same with Logan, and it didn't ruin my experience for the movie whatsoever. I was still blown away by them. Same with Batman v Superman, so I'm sure that the Batman movie will be the exact same. But it just gave away a lot. After being so mysterious for so long, I'm shocked that this trailer was allowed to be released and give away a lot of those stuff. But anyway, other than that, it was a fantastic trailer. Got me so excited for this movie. I can't wait for it. I'm already sold, but they need to get average audiences sold on the idea as well. A brand new Batman. I think Robin Pattinson is proving a lot of people wrong. And if you have people online right now who are saying this film looks terrible, looks trash, Robin Pattinson's a terrible Batman, I think they're just haters. I think they're just sad people. Because there's no way in hell you can watch trailer 1, 2, and 3 and say that this movie looks terrible. The cinematography, the visuals, the acting, the setting, the character portrayals, everything just looks top notch, and we could be set for maybe the greatest Batman movie of all time. And for me, that's The Dark Knight. It's very hard to beat Heath Ledger's Joker performance. It's very hard to beat the dynamic between Harvey Dent, Joker, Batman, Commissioner Gordon. But this movie, for me, just looks absolutely fantastic. It looks perfect from everything that we've seen so far. There's not one thing that I haven't liked yet. So hopefully the movie matches up to the marketing and the first looks, because we're in for an amazing Batman ride with this film. And I'm excited to see where it goes. But I have a big question about what kind of world is this Batman set in? Is it grounded like Christopher Nolan, or will we have supernatural elements like Killer Croc? Something like out of the Snyder world. I'm just interested in that. Maybe in the future sequels we will see that. But also, this movie will set up future sequels. And I've told you before that at the end of the movie, or near enough the end, we will get a look at the Joker. Now, it's also been confirmed that they are thinking about cutting that scene which features the Joker, so it might not be in the theatrical version of the film. They could put it in, which sets up a sequel, or they could keep it for the sequel, or they just might reshoot more scenes with that actor playing that character for the sequel if they have a bigger role. I'm not too sure. I don't know what's going to happen. But other than that, this trailer was awesome. Guys, what was your thoughts on the Batman trailer, The Bat and the Cat? Great title for the trailer. Everything looks great. Zoe Kravitz looks amazing. The dynamic between her and Bruce, Batman, looks fantastic. The action sequences look stellar as well. And he just looks so intimidating in that suit. His voice, everything just looks perfect. Guys, let me know your thoughts. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you watching this one. Really, really do. Check out my other videos about Spider-Man, about the Matrix Resurrections, about the other DC movies. Let me know your thoughts as well on those. But guys, have a good day, night, wherever you are. No matter where you are. Hope you're happy. Hope you're good. And I'll check you out in the next video, or you'll check me out. Whatever way it works. So guys, see you then.